Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo January 9, 2023. Today's transits can have a soothing effect on you, helping you decompress or detach yourself from recent worries. You do well for yourself if you sought activities that refresh your spirit and connections that inspire you. Your positive, calm demeanor helps you attract pleasant interactions. Particularly in favor are love, friendship, and camaraderie. You gravitate to ideas and concepts that take you away from the humdrum today. There can be a release from a burden, or it feels good to recognize new layers to a relationship or a person now. Benefits come from reaching out to others. For some of you, a friendship can blossom. Indulge in your curiosities, but don't lose sight of the bigger picture. In the meantime, the moon will continue to roam through your freedom-loving house of associations, community, and sense of belonging in the world, which might, in turn, inspire a desire to explore your horizons, whether you're single or in a romantic commitment. Conversations are flowing, and you're cultivating your powers of seduction. As the Uranus retrograde Neptune sextile continues, you might be feeling more and more hopeful about the potential opportunities arising in your professional network. It could seem like you are finally making leaps and bounds in your career. Aside from that, the moon in Cancer has thrust you into the spotlight. You might not appreciate the fixed moon, as it squares your sign, making it rather difficult for you to weather the public notoriety. Hopefully, you are being recognized for a unique feat or contribution to your profession. If not, try to make the best of your situation. The moon's first visit to your career sector for the year has also been its last before the North Node leaves your income sector. As the moon leaves, as well as leaving you with your professional instincts and imagination fueled and with a new sense of professional resolve, there has been a chance to partner this with the North Node's lucrative sense of direction. Private affairs will run smoothly thanks to your relaxed and open manner. No nasty surprises are waiting around the corner, and you have the chance to finally clear up an old misunderstanding. You are obviously a good listener and give your family and friends the feeling that you're on the same wavelength as them. You're feeling too good to worry about what other people think, and most of them really like what they see anyway. Now is a good time to chill out. Wherever you go, people are pleased to see you. Your poise, self-confidence in matters of the heart opens doors, and you come across as rather an interesting proposition whenever you arrive on the scene. Be sure to make the most of your availability and fully employ your willingness to show interest in others. You tend to be a giver, but rarely to yourself. Are you tired? Exhaustion often results from a failure to plan. Today's planetary configuration gives you the perfect time to set up the next 2 weeks to most benefit you. Don't give in to stress and go with the high-fat content flow. Plan ahead 3 healthy meals a week and stick to them. You can prepare delicious and healthy soup and keep it in the freezer. It is truly a time for social encounters and games that engage in friendly competition only. Make sure to live up to your professional commitments before you get into any social activities. Allow the evening to develop at its own pace. If you start to schedule the activities, you will find that you will not be able to complete them all. This can lead to frustration. Instead, try to be spontaneous today. Just go with the flow. At the same time that Mars moves into his final 7 days in retrograde motion in your career sector, the moon wraps up its first visit for the year. This will ensure you are emotionally and intuitively engaged as the brakes come on and things prepare to come to a standstill ahead of next week's turnaround. This will also ensure that your professional instincts are sharp, as just 3 days after she returned to your work sector, Venus moves into a friendly aspect to the dwarf planet Ceres in your income sector. At the same time that the Sun moves into his 2 weeks in your romantic sector, he is starting to encounter some mixed conditions. The moon begins the lead up to tomorrow's full moon and its clash with the Sun, but at a time when there is also growing support. It begins with the Sun's friendly aspect to Uranus, something that is bringing a mix of romance, adventure, and nostalgia together. Our eyes in the sky. The Capricorn's Sun links up favorably with retrograde Mercury this morning. This is an amazing time during this planet's moonwalk, because the Sun's energy helps Mercury focus. If you have any plans to schedule, contracts to sign, or situations to initiate, it's advised that you do so today. Reap the benefits of the Cazimi energy and use it to your advantage. As you cannot know what the future holds and things can change quickly, prepare to be flexible, also in financial matters. You might suffer unpleasant consequences if you make a big investment or acquisition now. If you're given this advice, remain skeptical and take some time to consider, as the information might not be the best. In your private life, you feel like you're walking through a minefield. One false move and there will be an explosion. This will really put you to the test. Don't let others blame you for everything, sometimes they are at fault too. Remember to be open for other points of view when it comes to solving problems. Reconciling both is a difficult, but not impossible task. Family and friends feel especially drawn to you and are paying you a great deal of attention. If you've been intending to renew old friendships or resolve a dispute, but didn't know how to go about it, now is the best time to cast aside your misgivings and go ahead. You will be welcomed and forgiven, and glad that you took the first step. You have the ideas, the resources, and the desire to complete a project that is important to you, but unfortunately, you don't have the concentration. Today you are lacking serious discipline and sheer motivation to get yourself moving. Try harder. In the morning, the Cancer moon trines Neptune in Pisces, encouraging us to trust our intuition. Our imagination is stimulated, inspiring creative conceptualization. This is a particularly good influence for making art or crafting music. We feel as though we are the conduit for divine transmissions, acting as a channel for otherworldly ideas. Share your creations with loved ones and get their feedback. Are you working towards your own dream or someone else's dream? This is an important question to ask yourself. Be sure that you are on target with a goal that is important to you. Otherwise, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. Stay level-headed today. People around you may try to tempt you into trying a new idea or buying into a new scheme. Don't fall for it. You will regret doing so later on. Your best bet is to stay focused on the work you already have in front of you. You may find yourself obsessing on something that doesn't matter today. Stick to your healthy habits during this distraction, and when push comes to shove, stand firm about your health. We all feel out of control once in a while. Remind yourself that you are not perfect, nobody who's anybody expects you to be perfect, and you are not aiming for perfection. If this doesn't help quell the obsessive thinking, try getting to bed early and trying again tomorrow. Shortly following this, the Capricorn Sun aligns with Mercury in its inferior conjunction, offering clarity on a matter that has plagued us during Mercury's retrograde spin. This is a good time to take decisive action, affirming that changes must be made to open a new chapter in our life story. Illumination is a gift, but it is only as good as what we do with the insight we've received. If we don't commit to using revelations to support our growth and development, the wisdom we obtain is essentially meaningless. Today is a day to release our codependency on old patterns and narratives and make space for new, more empowering ones.